Still 29th of March 2022. Going to get you caught up a little bit on what's going on in the world today. Russia and Ukraine's back at the peace table. Haven't heard that they've accomplished anything over there yet. Belarus could have possibly launched a missile attack on the Ukraine oil depot over there. Haven't seen a lot of news on it, but I'm hearing that they more than likely did launch a missile and hit an oil depot in Ukraine. So that could cause a lot of problems over there. And like I've been saying, Russia wants the Donbass region and Crimea. Like I've been saying, they're fighting east of the river. That's the only place we've seen troops is east of the river. They're supposed to stop fighting or anything like that outside of the capital of Ukraine, which personally I still haven't seen any proof that there's actual troops there. I'm not saying they're not. I just haven't seen it on TV or on any news agency, on the internet or nothing. I'm not saying they're not there, but I'm still thinking Russia is wanting East Ukraine and Southeast Ukraine is what they're wanting. It's sounding like possibly Ukraine is going to give into it, and give them certain areas. I'm not sure. It's just all talks right now. But if the Belarus did attack Ukraine, that's going to throw a serious monkey wrench into that. So who knows, guys? I've been telling you over there, all that over there's not making sense. You would think the Russian army, I know, Ukraine, they're fighting for their homeland, but you would think the Russian army would have made it further than they've made it. And you've also noticed they were using old equipment over there. It's not their new stuff. And supposedly, new troops is what they're using. I've noticed that they held their new stuff hasn't been in the country at all. I haven't seen it. I mean, if he was serious about it, you'd think he'd roll his army right through there. A lot of people don't realize Russia has a big army. They have a real big army. They have somewhere like 2 million reserve and 1 million active duty. I mean, that's the 3 million people army, It's a pretty good sized army. Is Russia baiting, Are they hoping that something will pop off and get everybody fighting? That could be, a thing. Of course, we're still hearing nuclear weapons, chemical weapons. I'm personally not concerned about that. But you're hearing it, about every day that Russia's going to nuke them, or Russia's going to use a tactical nuke, or Russia's going to, use chemical or biological warfare. Now they're saying that some of the peace negotiators possibly got poison at the last one. So if you see what's happening, they are trying every way in the world. Ukraine is to draw other countries into fighting with them because they know it's going to kick off a world war. You got Zelensky every day on TV asking for us to send more of this, asking for other countries to do this. The other day he asked the Western countries, are y'all scared of Russia? Is that why pretty much you're not helping? Guys, they're going to keep screaming about stuff going on until eventually they're going to drag another country in it. You got Poland supposedly going to send peacekeeping troops into Ukraine. That's going to cause a huge mess. Because Russia, the other day, one of their people said if Poland enters Ukraine, we'll nuke them. And that goes back to what we've been hearing about threats of nuclear war. Guys, the stuff is rolling downhill. I've said it before. They've got to crash the economy to build it back, or crash the whole system to build it back. We are so far in debt in America. Imagine you being in debt like that and trying to go get a loan. You wouldn't get one. Your credit score would be negative 200. You wouldn't even get a $2 signature note or a $2 with 5 co-signers on you. They wouldn't do it. But America, it's crazy. We just keep throwing money here and there, here and there, and here and there. But we have nothing to back this money. Eventually it's all going to crash. I've been saying that. But what y'all start on this peace talks over there, do you think they're actually going to work it out? And do you think Zelensky is going to give them the Donbass region over there in Crimea? What do y'all think? Give me your opinion on it down below. Comment. Other thing, trucker convoy. I'm sure most of you haven't heard anything about it, and it's pretty much because they did absolutely nothing. It was I considered a big scam, a big joke. We all saw how Canadians protested. With the truckers that were protesting in this one, the main thing they did Once a day during midday, for every other day or so, they would slow ride the Beltway in Washington D.C. That's all they did. And this past weekend, the big guys over it left. They were done with it because they wasn't getting nothing done. Which they didn't want to get nothing done. The people who organized it didn't want to go into the Capitol. They wanted, it turned out into like a Hagerstown protest party. That's where they were all at. It reminded me, when you'd watch what videos they did put up, it reminded me of a NASCAR race party. The infield parties is what it looked like. But they all left Sunday night into Monday yesterday. All the truckers supposedly left. Guys, that was a big joke. Big joke. They'd done absolutely nothing. They would have been better off, like Prepared Homestead said, and like I said, just park your trucks for 30 days. It's looking like most of them may have took like a 3-week vacation or something time, and they did or probably the 3-week vacation, and they took that time off and was just like, all right, our time's up, let's go home. They were so scared that they were going to get into a January 6th situation, that somebody was going to do something. They didn't really do nothing. They accomplished absolutely nothing. They raised all that money, Where'd that go? Who's over that now? But that you saw hardly anything on TV about the trucker protest. It was hard to find it on YouTube. There was like 2 channels maybe it's covering it. They would live stream every now and then. Guys, something's not right with that. I'm not even going. Some of y'all have asked me about the slap heard around the world the other day. It's 2 grown men. If he wanted to slap him, he slapped him. The other guy stood there and took it. And that's that. I will say, if any of us did that to somebody, no matter where we were, we would be in jail, and y'all know that. That's the way society's set up. I mean, we have been set up now where, you just, everybody's going to go to jail. A normal person would go to jail for something like that. But that's all I'm going to say about that. But, guys, some places our stock's getting low in stores again, I'm hearing. Right now, if your store is stocked, you need to start getting some items because they're going to get harder to get. And the price is going to keep going up. That's just simple as that. If it's in the store and you can afford to get you some extra. Canning jars right now, I told y'all earlier, canning jars are getting hard to find right now. Seals, almost impossible to find right now. If you go to like a Walmart.com or you go to they're limited you on how much you can order, or our store doesn't even hardly have anything. Told you, when it comes time that you need those, they're not going to have them. And you're going to be running around looking for them. So I hope y'all stocked up on them. But guys, anything you need to get it now while it's still somewhat available and somewhat affordable. When I say that, I'm not talking about meat. Meat, unaffordable to worry about pretty much. But your canned food, stuff like that, is still somewhat affordable. So go out and get what you can get it put up, stack it to the rafters. We got bad weather coming tomorrow. If you're in the southeast, I hope everybody stays safe. Keep your eye on the weather. They're always telling us we're going to have 70-mile-an-hour winds out here, and I haven't ever seen them in my lifetime, but who knows? Anything could happen. So if you're in the southeast, and stay weather alert tomorrow, pay attention to the weather, and just try to be safe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Like or dislike the video. Comment below. I like to hear from y'all. And I hope everybody's having a good day. Get prepared to the best of your ability. I mean, things are fixing to get bad as far as food shortages and things and price on food. Our economy is crashing, but they're going to call it a recession. Most of us know better. Everybody have a good day and stay safe.